I think for me, the retirement job, you go and relax, people come, you fight for them. The frustrating part is that when you want to get things done, you can't get it done because if your colleague don't agree, you can't get it done. And so then you write a letter, the presiding officer does not want to put a letter on the floor, will not get there, you got to argue about it. But it's quite different from the executive. You got to call a shot.
So
you got to make sure things happen. You got to deliver. The whole country eyes on you. The president said, I want to get everything done, you got to get it done. So I was a guy when the president says, I want this thing done. I will find a legal means to do it, to make sure they deliver, because tomorrow people will bring the president. And so you got to get it done. You can't sit in the executive, you behave like in the legislature. No, it can't.
So since we are still talking about the transition from the executive to the legislature, what was the feeling like for you at the time when people, including your critics, were referring to you as the de facto president, the prime minister of the state? He runs decisions even before the president even know about that.
You know, apparently people don't understand. You know, these are some of the things that come with the job. It's a territorial issue. You know, people hold the you. The president was a man who was on top of issues. People got to understand, the president cannot do everything. Somebody has to be there to do what the president wants. I mean, somebody asked me the last time on the radio, somebody said, oh, president, something will happen in the president. The president will not do everything that happens in the country, not possible. But the president and lieutenant got to bring those issues to the president. And some people can solve some of the issues in midstream. So when I get to the president's office, and if the president doesn't have a kind of cabinet member, that president is going to collapse, the president is going to fail. You imagine 5 million people, everybody get their own issue. Some people get their wife get pregnant, they say they want to go to the president. Mr. President, please give me money to let my wife pregnant. Mr. President, we didn't eat yesterday. Mr. President, I didn't pay my hospital fee. I didn't pay my hospital bill. Mr. President, I didn't pay my rent. Everything they put on the president, everything they blame the president for. So when you are the minister of state,
but you didn't dispel that attack.
People want to ship the blame on the president, which is not possible.
So you
as the chief of staff, because the president cannot solve all the problems. It's just irresponsible. Anybody believe that president will solve the whole problem? The president was concentrating on national issues. When you president of the country, you look at what happened. Let's take President Baga what happened. Let's take President Baga for example. I was looking at one of the letters yesterday. Instead of starting from one, they have changed the numbering system now. Like, bro, instead of starting with 1, they can start with number 5.
Number 5 what?
But you see the letter yesterday, President.
Letter on what?
The letter withdraw the name from the
nomination.
The nomination. Instead of starting with number 1, they started from number 5. So you see, somebody will say, okay, that Baga responsible because Baga signed the letter. But when the president get all those kind of letters in front of him, the guy who do the making the decision, if you don't do the right thing, the president will sign the wrong letter. So you gotta understand, the president needs capable, competent people around. He makes the big decision. He calls the shots. Anybody will say, president, we are not calling the shots. No prime minister. I'm just chief of staff. I'm part of my job.
Great.
But those who could not get to the president, they will say, oh, my get responsible. But if it came to me, I found out that the thing you want the president to do is not necessary. Why should I allow him to go by the president? The president thinking about solving problems. The president thinking how bread price will go down. The president thinking how food price will go down. People thinking of putting bread and butter issue on the table. The president trying to solve that. The president got to deal with international issues. Imagine the president that we're having food all around the place, everyone meeting all over the place. They were very active in trying to bring peace in the sub-region.
Okay, so still at the legislature, now you chair the Senate Committee on Education. Let's have a fair understanding, Senator, about your vision about this sector.
Chogo, we've had a lot of discussion, not only me, the committee's view and the Senate's position, because what we want to do is to change the way things work in the educational sector. There are a few issues that have come to our attention. For instance, the way schools are run in Liberia. And people blame the government. Private schools, people are building private schools not for the purpose of providing education, but they are building private schools for the purpose of making business. So they are arbitrary inserting their skill. And so we want to change that, for example. We want to make sure that before you build a school here, you got to go to a school board. And the school board got to approve your school permit. You got to tell what kind of the school, there will be a standard now set in terms of how much school fees should be set. And school fees should be based on the quality of education you'll be providing. But now in Liberia nowadays, you go in the interior, for instance, you see a private school, they get few benches, and they charge the student $200 US in Liberia now, 40,000 for example. That's arbitrary. How you derive 40,000? We want to change that. Public schools, facilities in public schools are very bad. You have people going to school. The Minister of Education just came from the Southeast. She was briefing me that situations are not looking good. It's not that government will not giving money, but we got to pay more attention. There are teachers who are not in the classroom, but every month they got to take pay. We want to change that. If our children get quality education, we want to make sure the teachers are in the classroom providing school fees and they're providing education and taking legitimate pays. And people believe that when you own government salary, you can be removed and they're teaching somewhere else, but yet they expect to be paid, and the children are not getting the kind of education they have. Our government, President, we did our best, but it's not easy to just transform everything in 6 years, because when the system is polluted, you cannot just change it overnight. It will take you some time, but progress was being made. You realize that most students are passing wider than ever before. You saw that we increased the level of the number of students going to college. And I said on TV, I said, when President Weah took office in 2018, the enrollment, when I mean enrollment, people were paying school fees and tuition at the university. From the briefing from the university president then, was that look, when we do pre-registration, we have almost close to 8,000 students doing pre-registration. But once it comes to paying full tuition, the number would drop all the way down to 4,000. And there are a lot of students who don't want to go to school. That made the president say, look, listen, I was a poor guy who struggled to go to school. I have to change it around. And using the constitutional authority on Article 6 that says that like the government must provide mass education for its citizens, the president said, look, listen, the budget here you'll get, you're spending almost $297 million just going to 70,000 people. If you did a multiply effect, then you'll say maybe 700,000. But there are almost 4.something million people out there who are not benefiting from the budget. I got to make the budget work for the ordinary people. Therefore, I will take some of the burden from the parents and I will make tuition free for people to go to school.
So that was the basis for the free
Of course. We want to keep that because money was there. Money is available to do that.
Yeah, but Senator, we've made progress now. We are moving forward. You have a
I'm saying we got to keep that because
Yeah,
my
but
understanding is not part of the budget. It's not part of the budget. You got to keep that because it's very important for the educational sector. Then then we got to improve how schools are being established, how people are setting school fees. There has to be a regulation. There has to be a standard that every school will have to follow. When you do that, you set a school board. You want to build a school, you go to the school board. The school board tell you that these are the regulations. If you don't meet it, will not allow you to post.
Yeah, but it would have been at your advantage had you gone with the minister in the softness to understand for yourself.
I will do that. The committee plans to do that at our recess. We wanted to do that during the recess period. Unfortunately, as soon as the recess started, the government said we have to come back to pass the budget. But that was a plan. We already approved a plan. She said, where we made it mandatory to all that look, we'll not be sitting in the Senate and be debating about school business. For us to have solution, I can tell you, Vavle, for us to have solution, I will not sit in the Capitol building, or my committee member will not sit in the Capitol building and say that we'll solve all the school problems if we don't go to understand the actual problem in the school, by just making some of these recommendations.
So just we are going keeping that free tuition policy. What other areas of the education sector you want to see improve?
Well, teaching, quality teachers. I want to see improve infrastructure. Some of the infrastructures are very, very bad. You can't say you're teaching somebody, people sitting down on the floor. You can't say you're teaching there's no pin. Right now, I'm doing some work in the Wiala area around the Sinta district. I'm trying to renovate some schools, which is a private thing I'm trying to do, talking to private people, business people to help me renovate it because the condition of school, just the condition alone, is so bad for people to sit in the classroom. And these are things that government are giving money here and there, but the government not able to do everything. So that we got to do some private intervention.
But there was an increase in the education budget.
Yeah, of course, but we want to see what component.
Now your government they didn't increase the education budget.
We did.
No.
Listen, I used to say my government. What the number of interventions we did. It's not about. So what is the component in which area they increase?
Holistically,
no, but we got to see the detail. And these are some of the things we discussed.
Haven't you seen the draft budget?
I've seen the draft budget. We just presented to all on Monday.
Okay.
Officially on Tuesday. We just received it Tuesday. We made some few analysis of the budget. We think the budget is not truthful. The budget is I don't know how to describe it.
You mean the entire draft budget?
I've not gone through it, but I just took few areas of the budget to just see whether
areas?
I just took few of the areas to see whether the government, because when you form a budget, you're telling us that this is the true picture of what we want to do. And the budget, I saw the Minister of Finance celebrating that they reduced the president office budget. This is a lie. They reduced the vice president budget.
But the numbers are on the papers.
Listen, what I'm saying, the unrealistic number they put up. Yeah, but unrealistic number they know they can't. Listen, for instance, man, if you tell me that the vice president domestic travel for the whole year, just for you to leave me to go to Nima Kante for the whole year, 10,000, you're lying to me. You're lying. If you say the president of the republic, international travel is 100,000 for the whole year, that is another lie. I'll give you an example. I say you telling me Baga will be sleeping in something beyond the market hotel. If you try to go to Abuja, you go sleep in something like 150 over there. When other people sleeping in Hilton, where you spend at least $500 per night. But you say Baga will be sleeping in hotel, you'll be spending $50 or $200 or $150. You can't tell me the whole year presidential travel 100,000. You tell me now the vice president of the republic, international means or international.
But why
look at the budget.
possible?
It's not possible. I was there before.
Senator, it depends how many travels you make and where you go.
Then you're not traveling. Then I mean you just sit in your country, you're not traveling. When they have your ECOWAS meeting, listen, you gotta be realistic. Don't try to mislead the public. Then what the finance ministry did, I think they have other means of trying to serve the president budget. It's completely unrealistic to tell me that for the vice president of the country to do travel, international travel, that $20,000.
But do you know the alternatives? But
that alternative are corruption. Because
No, Senator.
No, the alternative are corruption. Everything you say in the budget, you should lay by the budget. You can't mislead the public. Say I gave him $200 when you know you finish putting $50,000 in on finance ministry, so you can give it to me on hand and say that I get budget. So I mislead the people. Say I want to spend $2, but I know finance ministry give me $50,000.
So why are you suspicious about the finance ministry's budget?
What I'm saying, because that's where they mislead the people. The first place they took $8.8 million from civil servant and put it on the finance ministry. They call it diversity pool fund. These are some of the things they lie in the budget. That budget is a deceptive budget. You can never tell me that the vice president of the country.
But why are you concerned
I'm
about
concerned. Listen to me. I'm
not
not using those offices as an example.
No, but they are not substantive enough.
When you mean
we should be
substantive,
talking about the budget.
Listen to me. Listen.
Yeah.
I stand here, the president of the country, our minister of state. I'm saying that's a deceptive budget. They are lying to the people like bro. Waiting for the.
That go to the key issue.
Listen,
we should be discussing the arrest agenda of the
But
government.
what I'm saying, the arrest agenda. Listen to me. They're misleading you.
Education.
In agriculture, you get 5 million.
Yeah, but
Education, everything is there wrong. The picture is there wrong. They're not telling Ladren for something. They're hauling money on the finance ministry and lying to the people that look, we'll reduce the other president budget, we'll reduce the other president budget. That's not true.
But Senator, that is why the budget is before you.
Listen to me, but in the first place,
so
listen,
when you
lie to me,
when you
firstly,
see a particular component where
you are lying because you are presenting your wrong budget. You are misleading the public. Are you telling me that you got to give me the true picture? You're a right budget. You gotta give me the true picture of what you want to do. You don't mislead people. You gotta live within the confines of the budget. You can't tell me say I will spend $1 here. When you know that $1 you spend it, you take $200, you put it somewhere, you give it back to me.
Okay, so let's look at key increases, right? The education budget, like you, the chair of the education committee, the budget increased. You put the last budget, your administration put 98 million. It was increased to 105 million. Is that not improvement? Let's the same education university.
The hard work can fool you people. Okay, I have the draft budget. Have you gone in the detail of the budget?
Yes. We're looking at results.
Listen to me. Even the minister crying. They never took volunteer teachers. No volunteer teacher on that payroll. Volunteer teacher there. They just recurring thing. They put money in the bad day, the bad that. Not listen to me, my brother. Even health ministry, they put crying. You know how many people not come to us and say the budget does not represent the true picture of the ministry? You know what I'm saying? So what
are you going to do with this budget?
So we're going to review everything. We're going to open the budget, or we're going to discuss the budget. Now our budget experts are looking at the budget. We're going to discuss. We're going to rewrite that budget and send the true picture to the Liberian people. What hurt me more is that look at what happened in Ministry of State. Ministry of State, you're dropping 700 presidents. Each one of them make $168.
Continuous delay with the budget will strengthen the government.
Listen, the government, maybe if you don't write the right thing, we gotta write the right thing. If you start lying to us and start trying to deceive us and giving a wrong picture of the country budget, then I think that there's more things to be to discuss.
But you go into the debate with a perceived mindset.
I read the budget. My brother, read the budget.
You already.
No, I'm just saying to you.
You read it to the budget.
Of course, I have to read it to the budget. The budget does not represent.
What justice are you going to do to that budget?
Well, I'll be asking questions. You'll be there. I'll be asking questions. Let Burma explain to me. Let the Minister of Finance explain to me how is it possible in this world in Liberia that the vice president, for example, it means of foreign travel, except we say in the vice president will never travel. But let's say domestic travel, don't forget about international travel, that the vice president of the country, his means of domestic travel for the whole year is $830 every month. Even a man to move from a house to go from.
Why are you concerned about the president?
I'm concerned because you're misleading me. What I'm saying, the whole office budget is just wrong because you
don't advocate for salary.
Listen, I'm asking for civil servant salary. What I'm saying to you, I want civil salary to be increased. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't put money somewhere.
Focus on the money.
I can't be listening. Don't put money somewhere. Don't put money somewhere. Don't have money for the purpose of using it for other reasons. They took $8 million and $8 million from civil servant salary and put it on the Ministry of Finance. You know what they put it there for? To service the wrong information they've given us.
Which one? What is wrong information?
I mean, I just give an example. So say if I will travel $10,000, $500 for a domestic incidental allowances, all the things are fake.
Except the finance minister appeared on the screen. This could be insinuations.
Why is it the thing the budget?
Yeah, because you're interpreting it in a way that
I'm saying, that money we're going to take that $8 million back. We put it back for civil servant. The first place they lied, they said we'll increase civil servant salary. Instead of increasing the trend, they're dropping people, take money and put it somewhere. That's just deception. So people say, my God, you were there before, why didn't do it? That's the reason why we're not there today. So you're there now, you got to do the right thing.
So are there new budget lines on the Minister of Finance you have identified?
They carry on personnel audit. You can't be carrying on personnel audit and increase civil servant salary.
But leave it for there. Leave it for there.
This budget is very complicated. You know why?
What make it complicated?
It's complicated. The timing of the budget.
No man, nothing complicated. I mean, you know, I was listening to one of my friends was saying budget engineering. They guys know what to do. They really know the budget engineering because they have misled the public. You will see they will not be able to answer questions. I can bet you nobody in finance can justify someone they lie item that they have there.
Okay.
For domestic that they get, it was 27 million on the last administration. Domestic there was 27 million. On this administration, it's projected at 69 million. to 200% increase. So either who you gonna pay? Tell me who you gonna pay. We want to see the list.
So you need itemized.
Itemized. We want to see the list. There's no money for social services. No money for building road. So you just reshape the budget, mislead people here and there. So the budget gonna be thoroughly. Maybe the budget may not even pass this month. Maybe we're not pass.
You still fear in the public.
Maybe we're not. No, we're not staying fear because we want to protect. For me, I want to protect civil servant. I want to make sure they put WAFI back. WAFI. The budget, the chairman with me just told me that why is not there because I'm not going through the budget fully. My staffers are not looking at the budget. That WAFI has to go back. Money not there for LU, they got to put money there. Sufficient money. I'm talking about.
Money there for LU.
Listen, I'm saying.
Money there for LU.
Listen to me. I'm talking about tuition-free program. It's not LU budget. Not LU operational budget. I'm talking about
LU budget increased to 32 million. Money there.
Listen, I'm just telling you. We're going to look at every detail of the budget line. My concern is making sure that education is fully supported.
Okay. Let's
I'm not right now the budget we're gonna I'm not trying to dispute all the budget line. I'm gonna right now they're looking at the budget. We just got there on Tuesday. So people are now going through the budget. I was start about just from looking at the surface of the budget. Because I came from Ministry of State, so I wanted to go see because they said they reduced it by 4 million. So I wanted to go see what are the true picture they're really giving. So when they get a promo on the air, how they reduce the president of it by 4 million. So I really had interest to go see what was in there that they reduced by 4 million.
Okay.
When I start seeing the deception in the place, as I see somebody tell me the vice president can travel but with 10,000, I said, but these guys are joking. Were they lying to us or the public? Were they lying to us or the public? My man, you won election on promises that you will do the right thing. Like Brent Post said, okay, see, you will not do the right thing. Let's get you didn't part of the chain. But you can't come and you build your first budget, you build it on the principle of lies. Deception. That's very wrong.
Okay. If you're just joining us, a reminder you're listening to the OK Conversation. We are Trocon Repu, Vafli Kamara, Marka Davis. Our guest is Margibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill, hosts of other TV stations are here carrying us live. Senator, let's transition a little bit and talk about transparency and accountability. That's one of the pillars upon which the regime campaign and they got elected. There seems to be misunderstanding or misreaction to the government's startup about accountability and transparency. If you were to speak to people within your party, the CDC, there are people who have serious problem with the asset recovery team. If you were to speak to people in the CDC, you, Senator McGill, might support the establishment of World and Economic Crime Score. Others say no. What do you think about these things? From the initial stage.
Which one now?
Starting from the asset recovery.
Well, let me tell you something. We did asset recovery under our regime, so we're not afraid. We didn't asset
It didn't
recovery.
really materialize.
Yeah, but there were problems. That's correct. But listen, we want people. You say transparency. Go back to seeing people not transparent in the budget. But let's go to the asset recovery issue. I don't think anyone have problem with the asset recovery. It should just be done within the confines of the law. When it's done within the confines of the law, I think any member of the city government will submit his or herself to the process. When it's done legally.
What law are you talking about?
No, just saying, for instance, let's use the current asset recovery people team that you have. The intention was good, but the process was wrong. Firstly, the statute or the executive order that created the asset recovery team, that executive order has component of the order that usurp the function of the LACC. Investigating issue of corruption in this country by statute is a function of LACC. It's a function of LACC. Investigating corruption. It's a statutory function of LACC. So you can't use an executive order to usurp the function of the LACC. That's the first thing. Now, when the president creates executive order, why is it necessary for executive order to be created? Executive orders are created where there is no law, and the president wants to give some legal authority, since in fact he cannot get a legislative law before or for that particular purpose, why he wants that particular process to be implemented. So the president can issue an order for 1 year, probably send it to you try to get, you send the process to the legislature to give a statute. So maybe when the president says, okay, I need a body that will retrieve maybe vehicles and other things from people to go harvest it. You could go to the Ministry of Justice to do it. The president wanted to give some legal backing, so he issued executive order established the body. But the body, any portion of the authority that violates a statutory portion, that's illegal. They can't exercise that. So I don't think seditionists are against the process, but they want the process to be done legally. For instance, you saw what they were doing. The arbitrary arrest of people, vehicles, all were in the street. You just see somebody driving, you say, oh, that car looking new, like government car. Just get out. So people just in the street. No law, no rule order, almost like it reminded me of
that matter was taken to the court.
Of course, but their action reminded me of the day of the 1980 when the coup took place, when they suspended the constitution. But they all was seizing property. So that kind of behavior they were doing. So someone asking, is there a rebel takeover? Is there a military coup takeover? Is there no law and order? But one of the things that the court intervened and said, Lord, listen, while it's true your intention may be good, go to court. I saw a colleague of mine put something in the Senate chat room where the state of New York is going after some stolen money from Africa. They did not go and just seize the property. They went to the court. They got a court order. And when it's
such a seizure warrant.
Of course, exactly. Now all we are saying, we're not opposed to that. I said it. We did it on our regime.
Do you have particular problem with a member of that team?
No, I mean it's not about the people. It's just about the action. Okay. Forget about who on the team. For me, I don't care about who on the team. They should just do it consistent with law. Like what I'm saying.
Your call that they should go back as far as 2006 in the past regime. I mean, there's lawyers, including Councillor Clark Ellen Martin, who's been quoting statute of limitation. What do you say to that?
Listen to me. Who's supposed to decide? The person who's going to be against statute of limitation are the defendant. You, the prosecutor, is going to go after the case. Let the kind of go and say, no, there's statute of limitations, so you can't come after me.
No, but you're prosecuting and know there are procedural errors. You have to work it out.
Go to court, I can raise any issue. People have gone for stolen money for decades and found stolen money and brought it to the country. Liberia is not an exception. People gone for stolen money. Other countries, people have done that. So if you believe stolen money somewhere around, you can belong to Liberia, you can go and get it. For instance, like me, if somebody believes that while we're Minister of State and you believe that audit report that I need to answer to an investigative report, you send for me through the appropriate means. I will submit myself, but you can't just see me in the street. Oh my God, last time you could not afford to pay rent. I see you get a house, I see you in the house. That would be wrong for you to do.
Okay. Yeah, Senator, so let's go to the next stage of the interview. War and Economic Crimes Court.
Yeah.
The House of Representatives unanimously voted on the resolution, sent it to the Senate for concurrence. But there's this argument about whether it has procedural error. It should have been, because your colleague Alex Starter told me on my show that he thinks that the issue of resolution is not enough to create a court.
That's correct.
Do you support that?
No, but listen.
But do you support the establishment?
Of course I do. I frankly do. I'm a strong supporter.
Both
economic.
Yeah, I'm a strong supporter of both codes. And I can tell you that the majority member of the Senate support the establishment of both codes. It is just appropriate to establish both codes, so we can end the culture impunity and bring a closure to the story of the 20 years that have passed. And the Economic Crime Code is a perpetual code. It will be a perpetual code. It is not a transient code. It will not just be for a short term. It will be a code that whoever from 1979 to 2003 and going forward, anybody who's accused of corruption, that will be the code that you go to. So somebody asked me, I said, yeah, people accuse me. If I establish a code and the government have issue against me and they want to take me, I will submit myself. But I think this is the best thing for her to do. let me see. The resolution in itself does not establish the code, but it's a first step. It's the first step towards the establishment of the court. Because what it does is that it gives consent of the people's representation through the legislature, consistent with Article 1 of our Constitution, when it says power is inherent in the people.
Why waste your time on resolution when the bill can stand for both?
Listen,
consent.
it will take. Listen, Liberian people, they have been too school of thought. People say no, we don't want it. People want it. It went to the people's authority is very important. The other people say, "Look, let's do referendum." We say, "No, we don't need to do referendum because the people have already given you the authority to act for on their behalf."
I saw you engaging people in your county.
Of course.
About the court. What response did you get from them?
A positive response. Majority of people said, "Senator, go and sign." We want a court because some people give me an example. They say, right in the country, people will kill somebody. And not you can't order it because people believe that there's a cultural impunity in the country. Somebody will kill somebody until people will go free. But when people set the example that when you kill somebody, somebody can hold you to account, people will get afraid. The cultural impunity will go away. So, and besides that, President Bwaka himself committed during his inaugural speech that he would do it. He's the president of the country. He leads our foreign policy under Article 57. He directs our foreign policy. He's the president. He said he has committed himself. So I don't see how President Bwaka can even walk away from the establishment of the court.
So this advocacy has been long coming, and do you have any explanation to the public why this thing did not happen during the regime of the CDC?
Because we didn't believe that was the right time for that. We thought we should move forward.
You think it is the right time now?
Yeah, because the president who leads the foreign policy says the right time.
But the former president also said it.
No, the president said
he committed to it at the UN.
No, the president said was not go to the legislature. The president sent it to the legislature.
That was when he came.
The president said if
that
the
was when he came
Labrenpo
back
wanted,
home.
it was saying the president Labrenpo wanted would do it. But now the Labrenpo said they want it. The Labrenpo has spoken through their leaders. They said they want it. So the president did not stop it. President we had to not stop and say the way Labrenpo want, we'll do it. Send it to the lawmaker. The senior President Bwaka said we'll do it. He has sent it to us, we say we want it. So you can't say why you want it now. If someone asks you, then why you change CDC? You can change your mind too. And you change your mind, you change CDC. Labrenpo can change your mind. Since you are in power, why they change your mind? Whatever you know about it. If they can change your mind, why I can change my mind too?
Okay, we'll take few calls.
So right now, the walk around code will happen.
Okay. Senator Nathaniel McGill.
Walk around code will happen. I don't see people say walk around code will happen. Anybody say walk around code not happen, joking. Walk around code will happen.
But you need a rightful procedure.
But the procedure will follow it now. They're following the procedure now.
Senator, what's happening with the CDC?
CDC is very
After
strong.
the CDC laws, I mean, we've been seeing
CDC is very strong. You see the standard
breakaway.
assassination.
No. CDC is very strong. CDC is well united. The standard brown or the CDC of it.
Because there are people waiting to write the obituary of the CDC.
Come on, man. The party is stronger than before. But yeah, we made some mistake here and there. We listen to the people. Like Brempo said, CDC, you made some mistake. They punish us, but now they're regretting. You saw people crying. I saw people crying. Yesterday, President, we will beg you, we'll run you, brother. We will beg you, we'll run you. Run the book crying. Go to your survey in the street.
But in last year, people were crying. Bwaka, we made mistake.
Okay,
So they get crying.
But anything made mistake, they put them for Bwaka. Now they try Bwaka. They just try Bwaka.
So what are the alternatives? I mean, what did you do wrong then that you want to fix now?
No, listen. Politics is one of the most difficult jobs because you're dealing with people's opinion, people's interest. Brother, if somebody's hungry just now, you walk in the street, the person look at you, you speak to them, they'll get bad with you. Because I'm hungry. If somebody can't pay their husband.
But you think that was the reason
why?
why
Just tell you people vote because of issue. Yeah, of course, people vote. All of you, if somebody like you give me money, every day I go there, you give me money. When I come to you, I say, Vavle, pay me. After I get money, when you say you don't get money, I will forget about all the good you not do for me. I'll just get best.
We hear some of
Vavle, you want to help me, eh? Or you want to help me, Vavle? Okay, you'll see. That's how Labrenpo react. So they act on emotion. They argue on emotion.
You know, I won't believe that CDC lost because
people
officials now speaking to people.
No, I just giving you an example of Vavle. But
don't you think there were governance
errors?
Yeah,
listen, we built all the roads, we they brought food, we brought rice bread down with something that right. People say if you don't bring rice bread down, we did everything.
Allegation of corruption.
Well, it will always be there. Is it not in the government? Why is it put no, they're not for evidence. If you're looking for evidence in the city, there was no evidence against people in the city. There was just perception. Right now, somebody accused Jacob of calling or stealing 600,000. He said, no, they're not true. But it comes with the territory. It could be true, it's not true.
Okay.
The Minister of Public Works signed 21 million now with all budgetary approval. He committed 21 million of Ministry of Public Works budget.
Have you called them to respond to that since you spoke about?
Well, it's on the Senate. I showed the Senate will put on the floor. They come in Tuesday. I'm hoping that the president will put on the floor. We'll discuss. There will be called. So people will say that corruption. You don't follow proper PPCC procedure, and you commit 21 million of the country money to contractors. That corruption.
Okay, sir.
People accuse Sylvester Grisby. You know, even though he has zero power, zero authority, he run national social security for 4 cars. Local, nobody know where the cars are located. People say that corruption. So that I can go on and name. In the last 2 months, I can name allegations of corruption against the government. I can go and name.
Okay, so let's take a few calls.
What are those information are true? I don't know. People need to investigate. But some of the things they are doing, like the public work, I know it's true. They did it because I saw the facts are available. But people will accuse you. Corruption business will accuse people. Even Mr. Salif time, they accuse people. They accuse Robert Salif of corruption. As soon as Salif left, apparently left, other one on the carpet.
Because you did not investigate.
They never investigated. The way investigation done, report was done, and Mr. Salif said she take responsibility. There were all reports. The president took responsibility. Even Dr. Jana did some report on Ebola money. She said no. So reports were available. Not talk about
you had the opportunity.
No, I'm saying there were prior reports before we came in.
Okay. All right.
We're always making mistakes. If we're not taught what is right, we'll be saying, oh, you're supposed to do this.
So the Unity Party says it's not doing business as usual.
You see what is that? I just been not usual, but been not usual.
So let's take few calls.
You give me for budget.
0777 700-995. Let's talk to the
budget. You gave me false budget.
Senator, let's take calls. Hello.
You mislead the people.
Hello. Senator Mark Offel. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for the interview. But the senator, if they budget, if they don't party, it will be so hard to start on a government because then I mean they say what's on
They will pass it, but they have to do due diligence. That's what he's saying. You respond, huh? Senator Marcus Offel. Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Frank Gibson, I call from Paris. How are you?
I'm fine. Let's hear you, Frank.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Senator. Just on the budget, I think what you said about the detention is correct because under the president's budget, there is no for goods and services, there is no budget law for repairs of the president's vehicle. So I don't know how it is happening under the presidency for 1 year, one whole year. But there is a budget law of $2 million for special operations. There are some $700,000 on the president's budget for those kind of things. And lastly, Honorable, the fire service, I think the fire issue in Monrovia or in the entire country is very serious.
Okay.
We are hearing less than $300,000 for the entire fire service for 1 year. That's unfortunate. I hope you guys will do something on the fire service.
Thank you, Frank. We don't have time. Let's talk to the next person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Harrison S. Nelson. I'm calling from Lockdown.
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, quickly, I have 2 questions for the Honorary Tito. My first question is, will he be willing to submit himself to the war council if it is time?
He fought war?
I'm discussing the economic council.
Oh, but they have the coin. There should be probable cause before.
Will he be willing to submit himself if it is
My
time?
man, the quota coming from Margibi. Thank you. Anyway, let's hear you. Hello?
Hello,
Let's hear you, boss.
I want to say thank God to Senator Mangill. One point that he said that I love is that he said that they want to see the number of persons that the government is indebted to when they talk about debt payments. This was something that Honorable Darrell So it's a good thing that it happens this time so that the thing can be set straight. Okay. And I rather wish they had done it too. But thank you for that advocacy.
Yeah, another person. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, OKFM family. This is Adive Definitely Ike season. I've been listening to you guys. I call for downtown Moscow this afternoon. Listen to Senator Margibi. The budget has to be detailed. If you have a specific mind, a particular sector in ministry, you have to detail it. So hoping that the finance guy and that ministry can go there. I mean, Babylon and other people, you cannot be talking about eradicating hunger and you are creating hunger. What do I mean? You cannot go pull down 700 people from the Ministry of Health, MPA, FPRC, and you name the rest. You know, the NTA, the places. So are you increasing hunger or you want to reduce hunger?
Okay.
So the rescue mission is not proceeding roughly and it's silent. We're hoping that the old men who are posted, who's the president now, posted for the 2 years in public sector, is proceeding as somebody who has not been in government before. Look at NASCO. NASCO, the deputy leader there, was going to proceed routine. She wanted to call her boss. They go back to the executive master and say, the madam had disrespected the president. Today, somebody has been appointed in your position as the deputy for NASCO. It is wrong. But what are the senators can take of that?
Thank you. Another person. Let's hear you. After you will take the last two.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Senator. I'm DJ. What he says, calling for the borough. Senator, the problem I get with people, we need the opposition lawmaker, and not putting your feet to come and feet to fire. Number one, without in opposition, we saw the action again. Our people people go in the hotel to recommend them to anywhere. Can't see your doing the guy, social like the guy, and most of the guys are going. They look at the money. What now? I know where you step to war. The other lawmaker is so they will vote for the money. What you actually against them?
Okay, let's take this person from France. Hello.
Yeah, hello, my brother, and hello to all of the people in studio, especially the senator. This is William Bro calling from France.
Let's say it quickly, Chief.
I think I want to caution the other guys, especially one other fellow in the studio, when the senator was speaking concerning the presidential travel budget. I think he should have probed the senator to get more information because the senator is speaking from experience. Then to be arguing and defending what the current government is putting in, the senator who is speaking serve as chief of office staff to president. He understands the international procedure of travel allowance. Let me give you an example. In most of the Western countries, if the president traveling, you don't choose your hotel. They choose hotel for you based on their security protocol. Okay. And they also use that means to generate money. Sometimes you pay 5,000 per night for a suite because you and your entourage. So I can run president for a country say you get 100,000 in budget for the whole year. That's it.
Let's leave you there. 2 minutes, Senator. You got 2 minutes. Just respond to some of the.
So I want to thank the public because the public understand the issue better than me. And I want to thank them because now you see, unlike my man who's trying to defend the president budget,
who defend the president
I like the people trying to deal with my brother Buffalo.
You play the devil's advocate.
I know, I'm just joking. Buffalo, listen to me. I'm one man who believe. Look, that. Look, I know some of my people say, oh, the poor criticize president. We have a flying private jet. Somebody asked me that question the last time in the interview. I think you were there. Yeah. And I said it is almost impossible for President Baka to be flying on Aska to go to Nigeria. Because it will take the president the whole day. The security risk. You have to fly here and go to Togo and spend 5 hours. He will get to Abuja 7:30 in the night. He will leave here. It will take him 12 hours to travel. Amen. For heaven's sake. Our president can't over even 25,000, 30,000 and take one private jet and go travel. The president of the republic. You made Labro so cheap. And make it a PLA, you president will go sleep in some kind of motel. And say motel. The president's security, nobody will just run on the president, something happened to the president. The brother talking to the president was sleeping in motel. And you're lying to all you want all to believe?
But that money can pay for a cool hotel, man.
No, you're talking about the whole year. Come on, man. You're talking about the vice president of the republic.
Except that you want the president to sleep in Renaissance Blue.
Of course, the president must sleep in Renaissance Blue because of where all the presidents sleeping.
Plenty of money there.
Oh, come on, man. Then you're talking about Labrador. And Labrador so cheap. El Abdul like a floor rag and disgrace our country?
Senator, thank you.
No, I don't want to be.
No, it doesn't need that.
You disgrace our country, and you say the president will go sleep somewhere. You lie to the people. They are lying. If I have my way, I'll fire all the people.
But your senators, you can call them.
But calling them, we'll see. I want to see how they will defend that kind of budget.
And
the whole budget, if I look, 11-1 will send the budget back.
If I don't hear you speak out loud,
come on, man. Come to the budget hearing. Come to the budget hearing, you will see. I told the chairman of the committee, don't stop me when I'm ready to critique the people. I'm asking for the chairman to give me 40 minutes to credit. I mean, my one, I need 40 minutes. Because I have 50 questions to ask. I have 50 questions to ask the Minister of Finance. 50 questions.
Thank you, Senator.
On the budget.
I mean, it was a pleasure having you. Margibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill, my two colleagues, Vafli Kamara and Margaret David, thanks for joining.